Hey there. Oh, shoot, that was not the right way. Come back here. Okay, so this week's been crazy. We've been over to Scottsdale, Arizona. If any of you guys are from Scottsdale, Arizona, I want to know. Then we went over to Cleveland, Ohio. Had a killer time there with a ton of people. And then flew over to California and now Vegas. And then we leave tomorrow. It's been crazy. But I'm just curious if how do you like my hair like this? Is this kind of a different style? I don't know if this is a little bit too immature for my age. I'm not quite sure, but do you like it? I'm just curious. Okay, so I got some big things. Number one, these are 4 questions. If you can answer these 4 questions, you right here, you will be ahead of 97% of the world that just walk around unconsciously, just victims to their situations. And it's not that they want to be, it's just they're just totally unaware. People are just unaware. And so number one, here's a question that you should ask yourself. Are you ready? Question number one. First of all, I'm just curious, if you're watching on replay, just type in replay below. I like to just figure out who's watching live versus replay. But number one, the number one question you should ask yourself, get a pen and paper. The number one question is, where are you at right now? If you're gonna be totally transparent, totally open, totally raw with yourself, where are you at right now in your life? Where are you at? Are you? And don't just say you wanna have better business or you wanna get a better relationship. Like, where are you currently at right now? That's number one. If you can just get totally raw and transparent with yourself. And I'll tell you this is 5 years ago where I was at was business was going incredible. Like, it was the best life. It was amazing. 5 years ago, I was just not voted, but I was just handed I was the number 1 enroller in the entire world, which was super cool thing to say. So life was going great on the business world, but on the relationship world, I was in a relationship that needed to end. Like, that is the raw truth. And the raw truth was I was worried about ending it because I didn't know what my next step was gonna be, and you just get this identity with this person. And so I was so happy over here, but over here it was horrible. So all these people saw this level of me, but the other version of me was like down here. It was tough. That was the raw truth where I was at 5 years ago. So what I want to know from you is, number one, don't write this to me. I don't even know this. But to yourself on piece of paper, write down number 1 is, where are you at today? What is the raw truth? Where are you at? Number 2. Right now, there seems like there's all this dust going on because the economy is going up and down. We're pulled with the kids, we're pulled with the jobs, we're pulled like all over the place in this great little dust storm. But if you were able to pick yourself up right now, Christy, pick yourself up right now, Michelle and Courtney and Alexander, if you could pick yourself up right now and fast forward 1 year from now, and you look back and it's the best year of your life, what would that look like? What would have to take place in your life? And this I do want to know, like, comment down below, what would the best year of your life be? What would have to take place? Would you get the girl? Would you get the raise? Would you jump ranks in your company? Like, would you be booked on 100 different stages? What would have to take place? I want to know at least 5 things. But write this down. So number 1 is, where are you at? What's totally raw right now? Number 2 is, fast forward 1 year in advance. You look back, it's the best year of your life. What had to take place to make it the best year of your life? And number three, we're coming in hot. Number 3 is this, is why would that make it the best year of your life? Like, why is that important to you? What's the purpose? Like, what is your driver? Why is that important? I don't know. You gotta answer these questions. When I did this, it blew my mind. Like, I had a whole new transparency, a whole new calling, a whole new focus and dedication. So number 3 is, why is that important to you? And I don't want to hear like the surface answer. I want to know like the deep down reason why. So maybe you'll have to ask yourself a couple questions a couple times, like why, to finally get to the core. But why is that important to you? And number 4, to bring it home, is number 4 is, right now, while you're watching me, Diane and Jeff, you're at the best thinking of your life. Like, you've taken yourself to the peak right? This is as far as you can possibly go with your level of thinking right now. Like, you're at the top, so congratulations. High five right there, you're at the top. So in order to accomplish the best year of your life, Christy, Diane, in order to accomplish the best year of your life, what do you need to raise your game to? Like, what do you need to master? What new school? What new skill? What new circle of friends? What? I don't know what it is. You only know what it is. But what do you need to do to take your thinking to the next level? Take your game to the next level. Take your skills to the next level. What is it? Is it to learn how to master Facebook? Is it to learn how to overcome your fear of public speaking? Is it to start dating? Is it to, like, what is it that you need to take yourself to the next level in order to be able to have the best year of your life? So there's 4 different questions. If you can answer those 4 questions, Alex, I'm telling you, if you can answer those 4 questions, you are ahead of 97% of people in the world that are just wandering around unconsciously victims to the circumstance because they don't know, number one, what they want. They don't know where they're currently at. They don't know how they're going to get it, what they need to do to raise their game. They don't even know why they want it. So what happens if you don't know any of that? You're going to end up exactly nowhere. An ideal example is people like to all the time, listen, Lorelai, listen, Cassie, hi Cassie, hi Courtney, listen. What happens is, a lot of times what's so easy for people is to go focus on all the problems. So it's like whenever I normally do this with them, I'll ask them, where do you want to be at? And so instead of thinking where they want to be at, they think about all the reasons why they can't get there. It's because I got this obstacle and this obstacle, and if this was different, and so they're constantly focusing on what? What are they constantly focusing on? Tell me. I'm waiting. Okay, I'll tell you. They're focusing on the problems, they're focusing on the issues, they're focusing on the roadblocks. And see, what happens is when I used to jump horses, I don't know if you guys are horse lovers. If you're a horse lover, let me know you're a horse lover. I am a horse lover. And I used to do eventing, the crazy stuff with jumping over logs. And what my trainer used to always tell me is she'd tell me, if I was gonna be coaching a girl, to make sure I don't tell the girl to don't look at the jump. Because if I tell her don't look at the jump, the first thing she's gonna do is what? Look at the jump. And whenever you look at the jump, what's gonna happen is you're gonna end up in the jump. Like, you're coming off your horse, you're gonna end up in the jump, like you're gonna crash. That's what happens every single time. So she said, whenever you're coaching somebody, don't ever tell them don't look at the jump. Because where are they gonna look? At the jump. Because that's their focus. And so what you do is you tell them to look up, to look up, to look up, to look at that pole, to look at that mountain, to look at that car, to look at the road, like whatever is the up and then the in, to look up, because then the person looks that way. So the point is, what happens is lots of times people are sitting there focusing on the problem, the roadblocks, the issues. And so where your focus goes, like that's where everything goes. Basic, but that's what happens. So what happens when we start focusing on these issues or these problems or these roadblocks, do the problems get bigger or smaller? Just question. Melissa, Chad, Bob, do the problems get bigger or smaller when you focus on them? They get bigger. And does your emotions, do they intensify a little bit, like a little bit intensified? Whenever you're thinking about a negative issue or the roadblock, you're probably not going to be thinking very happy emotions. It's going to be negative. So all it does is just sit there and makes the problem bigger, makes the emotions bigger. And whether you'll acknowledge this or not, your state, which means your emotions, your physiology, your language, your state dictates your decisions, and your decisions dictate your entire life. So in closing, answer those 4 questions. And if you answer those 4 questions tonight, just go tonight. Just stop what you're doing. Just pause this thing, pause it, go to your closet, answer all those questions. And that will put you ahead 97% of people in this world just walking around unconscious. So give me a high five. High five! Have a great night.